Hi, I'm Kelsey Macke, and this is another episode of First Thoughts. Good morning, everybody. It is mid-April 2019, and I am really inspired right now to talk with you because of something that I saw while scrolling this morning. I know that it is frowned upon, but one of the very first things I do when I wake up is check in on my favorite social media network, which is Instagram. And I was scrolling and came across a quote that was attributed to Sophia Bush, and this quote kind of blew my mind. It says, "You are allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress simultaneously." I can't begin to tell you how, taken I was by this idea. And as is the case with so many pithy statements that we see around the internet and on inspirational posters and, in beautiful brush lettering on somebody's bullet journal, they're almost always a little bit obvious. Like when you read a quote, you know that it's true when you read it, and you know that you probably subconsciously knew that it was a thing, but it's not something that you carry with you. It's not something that you walk around with in your heart every day. And this concept, just met me right where I am this morning. I've been working really hard to try and acknowledge more of the good things in me and about me. I know that it can be sometimes deceiving because I am online a lot and I show my face a lot and I speak with confidence a lot, but I am often a bundle of insecurity in one way or another. And this was one of those moments where, I'm trying really hard to acknowledge that I am great. I am good. I am intelligent. I am friendly. I am loyal. I am a hard worker. I am committed. I'm passionate. I'm fiery. I'm opinionated. I'm all of these qualities that I admire. And I struggle to acknowledge those things, and I struggle to lift those things up in my mind, generally for fear of coming across as someone who is not humble, because humility is one of the most important traits that I think a human being can have. So I find myself stuck between knowing that I am all of these good things and acknowledging that I'm all of these good things, while also seeing that I am definitely still figuring things out. I am definitely still trying to figure out who I am. I'm definitely still trying to figure out how to achieve balance in my life. I'm definitely still figuring out how to adult in many ways. I'm definitely still trying to figure out my place as a creator and as a maker of things. And I think that sometimes I allow the fact that I know that I'm still in progress to bring me down, because it feels like it's in contrast to these other qualities that I have that I see as good or great. So I'm setting myself up to treat being a work in progress against acknowledging that I'm great. And this quote just sort of pointed out in such an obvious way that I am allowed to be both amazing and perfect and wonderful and shiny and important and valuable, while also still trying to figure things out. And I think this idea will resonate with lots of people that I know, which is why I wanted to talk with you about it today. I think it's very common for us to treat self-improvement as a sign of a problem, and self-improvement as a sign of a weakness, and self-improvement, the need for self-improvement, as a sign of a flaw. And it was just really nice to think so clearly and with such certainty that, like, that's not the case. It is totally okay to want to improve yourself and want to continue to change and continue to take the raw materials and hone those and refine those, while also still honoring the piece of ourselves that is inarguably perfect just as it is. And so, I don't know. I'm really curious. Did this blow your mind? Because it kind of blew my mind. And I think that this concept plays into so many facets of life. For example, the work of creating something. Your book, novel, manuscript, short story, poem, whatever. It's allowed to be amazing and beautiful and important and sellable, and it's allowed to be just a knockout superstar masterpiece, while it is also in need of adjustment, in need of revision, in need of clarification, in need of rewrites, in need of all kinds of things. And it was just such a nice feeling to like have this thought swarm my mind, because it gave permission to love what I've got, love what I already have done, love the concept, love the idea, while also giving me the freedom to improve it and change it, which I thought was really cool. It can also be applied to your work life or your relationship. Your relationship is allowed to be sacred and beautiful and, unshakable, while also still being a lot of work, and while also still having things to talk through and work through. Friendships can be like this. So many things in our life can be both perfect and in progress at the same time. I think that the mission of this year for me, and probably in many years to come, and has also been a thought for years in my past, is that balancing act in almost everything in my life. I tend to be an all or nothing kind of girl. My mindset tends to be 100% or 0%. And this is just another way to manifest that balancing act of, it isn't an all or nothing life. This life is not all or nothing. This life, this beautiful, precious, fleeting thing that we are all holding to so tightly, is not concrete and hard-edged and black and white. It is ever evolving, and it is gray and messy and complicated and contradicting and perfect. So I hope that this idea meant something to you. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts in the comments if you have any. And if there's somebody that you think would benefit from hearing this message, I hope that you will consider sharing this video with them, because it is my biggest dream to bring together different people from all walks of life into one conversation. It's something that I really believe in and something that I'm very passionate about. So thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope that you are having a great day, and I will see you next time. So take care.